love me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
The streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? Yo, top of the top. The hustle don't stop. I appreciate everybody pulling up in the building. Do me a favor, hit that like button on the way in. If you feel like the content is worth it, share that live. Put it on your platforms. Tell people where the grown folks hang out. I got a banger for y'all. I've been sitting back, paying attention, watching everything that's going on. And I've been going and doing my I'm standing on my journalistic point of views. Hood news with my point of views. Shout out the Hoodies Up too, man. If y'all not subscribed, man, get over the Hoodies Up, man. This dude is funny. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. That nigga Oliver is funny. He not on YouTube to be banging. He should be on YouTube to make people laugh. He did a skit with his uncle nephew. Angie, baby! How you feeling, girl? I hope you're feeling better. I hope everybody bundled up in this weather. But Hoodies Up, man. Go watch this dude. He is funny. He got a skit called Uncle Nephew and his grandson. Yo, listen to me, y'all. Sometimes we need to fucking laugh. That dude is funny as a motherfucker. And if y'all don't catch his morning show, that nigga gonna tell you to shut up. But I ain't gonna front. All right, cool. She said she feeling a little better. You're in our prayers. You got this, girl. I hope you and your sons feel all right. Y'all don't be okay. A little. That's all it is. Little weather changing. You dig what I'm saying? I got some great content for y'all today. We'll give some people some time to pop up in the building. I got some great content. Yo, you know what? I got to give a shout out to Ming too. Yo, shout out to crazy ass Ming. I was in Oliver's chat earlier, right? Ming popped up in the chat. And Ming, let me tell you something. He did a show yesterday. I caught part of it. I didn't watch the whole show, but I caught part of it. Like I said, content is content. He has some great content. You dig what I'm saying? City Bam, I see you in the building. Salute. I got to talk. I got to big him up. I don't care if he like me or not. Tanja, I see you in the building, girl. She said, rise and dice and everyone. I'm tuning in, getting ready for work. Go get that bread. I ain't mad at you. Well, they did a show yesterday. Y'all. And the show went into what I was talking about. And shout out to Ming. He shouted it out. He said, the first person I saw talk about the situation with the food stamps and the EBT was me. He said it in the chat. He wouldn't say my name. He said, but the person that started out with the EBT chat is in this chat. So make a long story short, I don't hate Ming. I do want to fight, though. I want a fair one. You know, brothers fight sometimes. You know, I'm old. I'm petty like that. I do want a fair one, but I don't want to kill him, nothing like that. Ain't nothing like that. He said, yo, Dice. He said, I ain't going to front. I be remixing your joints. He said, but I can't duplicate your swag. So whether he taking shots at me or not, I respect Ming for saying that. He didn't have to say that. He was truthful about that. You know, I just be bullshitting sometimes, but nah, like I said, Ming ain't nobody. Ming is not blocked over here. You dig what I'm saying? I don't understand some of Ming's content, but the content yesterday when it was talking about the situation pertaining to EBT and how it's going to affect so many people, you know, shout out the Hoodies Up. the Oliver. You know what I'm saying? Ming, he sat back. He let his piano rock the way he was supposed to. He played that, executed that. You dig what I'm saying? Nah, Ming cool. He just, Angie, he's, you know what, Ming, how can I say this about Ming? How can I say this about Ming? It's like, you know, when we was coming up in Brooklyn, we had the one dude on the block that he just always made us fight him, but we wouldn't let nobody else fight him. East New York, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's like, you know how growing up in Brooklyn, it's always one nigga out the crew. The nigga just make you mad, make you just like China say, want to squeeze his face. Want to squeeze his face, but we won't let nobody do nothing to him. You dig what I'm saying? He was talking about the content and everything. And like I said, it to me, some people are very hello. Can y'all hear me? Yeah. Some people are worried about it. I'm worried about the outcome if the problem is not fixed. I'm worried about the outcome if the problem is not fixed. Ghostface Keisha said a great point yesterday too on Ming's show. She said, now it's time for people to get up and go get it. And she wasn't categorizing nobody, and I agree with her. It's from all nationalities, all ethnicities. Some people just feel as though you owe them something. Some people just got this notion in their head that you owe them something. And then when it comes to public assistance, when it comes to EBT, SNAP, WIC, rent assistance, we have to understand that initially these programs was brought forth not to take care of people for the rest of their lives, but for them to stack their money. A lot of people might get upset what I'm about to say. It was for them to stack their money. To stack their money, get a job. You know, they gave you a certain amount of time where, you know, people were, you know, it wasn't like now, thank God, where they have all the daycare centers and everything like that. You see, our aunts and Miss Betsy, rest in peace to my babysitter, Miss Darrell, Miss Barbara, Miss Beverly, like, you know, the older people in the neighborhoods, they were our go-to when it came to childcare. When it came to childcare. Now pay attention. These are the elderly people that are affected the most. Because yes, they give you a little charge, they charge you a little bit of money for watching their children, and they're still doing it to this day. But you have to pay attention. A lot of that money goes to their bills because they're on a set income. And the extra, even though the kids are with them, these are the old school, these were the ones that was preparing meals for us every day. I'm not talking about Lunchables. Rest in peace to my babysitter, Miss Betsy. I'm not talking about Lunchables. I'm talking about every day this woman made sure that it was some hot food in our stomachs. Angie said, man, I can't even get none of that, and I pay hella taxes. I don't want to see people hungry, though. This is insane, and stop the benefits like that to prove a point. Now, let me explain something to y'all. Me personally, I told people this. The reason why I thought about it is because, no, it's not nothing of dire, but like Angie said, every time that I've worked for over 17 years of my life in totality. I've worked for over 17 years of my life in totality, from young, from when I was going to when we had our green cards to now. So the taxes that we pay over the years, there's a portion of the taxes that are paid that if unfortunately some people like myself and other people may lose their employment. They have certain things like rent assistance for people that may have lost their employment. But see, the people that are eligible for this are for the people that have paid taxes for so long. So for the people, like I said, that unfortunately may have lost their jobs, just like myself. And then they said, because you lost your job and because of a certain income, you are allowed to accept food stamps. Here, don't feel no motherfucking way about it. Don't feel no way about that. I'm here to tell y'all this. Is it something that's gonna be dire in my life? Thank God it's not. Thank God it's not. But I'm gonna tell you this from a real person's point of view. That $300 a month definitely helped. And definitely does help. You dig what I'm saying? It's a cold-blooded fact. Some people don't want to deal with reality, but that does help. Now, me, the reason why I don't feel a certain way about accepting it, because, no, it's not nothing of dire, but like Angie said, every time that I've worked for over 17 years of my life in totality, from young, from when I was going to when we had our green cards to now. So the taxes that we pay over the years, there's a portion of the taxes that are paid that if unfortunately some people like myself and other people may lose their employment. They have certain things like rent assistance for people that may have lost their employment. But see, the people that are eligible for this are for the people that have paid taxes for so long. So for the people, like I said, that unfortunately may have lost their jobs, just like myself. And then they said, because you lost your job and because of a certain income, you are allowed to accept food stamps. Here, don't feel no motherfucking way about it. Don't feel no way about that. I'm here to tell y'all this. Is it something that's going to be dire in my life? Thank God it's not. is because of all the taxes that I have paid. You understand? Out of all the taxes that I have paid, why would I be ashamed to accept some type of assistance? There's just nothing wrong with that. 1, 2, Freddie, I see you in the building. We have to pay attention that there are a lot of people, you know, since that situation we went through a couple of years ago where everybody was, you know, we was quarantined to stay in our homes, the economic system has dropped totally. The economic system has dropped totally. And when it comes to the elderly people, when it comes to them babies, you dig what I'm saying? I'm not saying the people that sit up in the motherfucking crib and play video games all day, and the people that sit up in the house, or the people that's running around hustling and still getting income from other. I'm not talking about them type of people, because we all know the type. The ones that still getting money, still selling drugs, still working off the books and taking advantage of the system for EBT or snaps. No, them type of people, they should be cut off immediately. But we're talking about the people that pay their taxes. We're talking about some of the people that might not even be mentally capable of holding a job. You know, it's some people every month, people fail to realize on the 1st and the 3rd, a lot of them people that are getting them checks on the 1st and the 3rd for one of either two reasons. For pensions or mental assistance, because you can't keep a fucking job. So pay attention to this. All right, so we got a bunch of people with mental illnesses that's depending on their WIC SNAP and their assistance from the government, and it's shut off in November. Do you understand the degree of dangerous individuals that will be in the street? Do you understand that the crime rate is going to raise incredibly if they don't get a cap on this situation? Today is the 29th of October. It's 2 more days. Saturday is the 1st of the month. And there are some people that are looking forward to their food stamps because this is something that came, what, maybe 2 weeks into this month, the 2nd week of October. So you mean to tell me we got Thanksgiving right here coming up? We got Thanksgiving, y'all. And then we got Christmas. This is going to start some bullshit. East New York said in Brooklyn, people are already saying they're going to the stores and taking what they need for Thanksgiving. You see, now pay attention. Pay attention to that. Everybody's saying that across the world. There's one lady I saw her on Instagram. She's adamantly saying she ain't got no mask on her face. She said, I'm telling you right now, I'm loading up my Louis Vuitton bag, and I'm walking up in the store, and I'm bagging that shit up, and I'm walking out. I seen another video of a tall Caucasian lady, big boned woman, with a ponytail, and said, you see all this right here? I'm taking this out because I got kids at the house that need to be fed. Now pay attention to this. Pay attention to this, y'all. If they catch you stealing, if they catch you looting, you are breaking the fucking law. You are breaking the law. If they catch you looting, if they catch you stealing, you are breaking the law and you can be arrested. Okay, pay attention to this. Let's get into this. You get arrested. Let me tell you how fucked up this system is that we live in. You get arrested because you did exactly what everybody with some sense would do. You're not going to starve. Rest in peace to my nigga Half a Meal. He said, I never met a stomach that waited for some food. That's a fact. You know, when you start growling, you get them. I don't know if y'all ever had them, but you know them hunger pains. Them shits is real. Like when you sitting around somebody and you ain't ate in a couple of days. Let me tell you something. That shit is real. Look, that stomach starts screaming real disrespectfully. You ain't never heard nobody next to you stomach roar. Dog soldier salute. But pay attention. Pay attention. Freddie said, yo, that's crazy. But pay attention to this, Freddie. Watch this, because this is all like they said, this is a topple. This is a topple. This is something that's gonna all crash. Number one, if the parents are going to jail for looting, who's gonna take care of the children? If the parents are going to jail for looting because they're hungry and their children are hungry, who's gonna take care of the children? So that means the children are going in the system. Oh, see, that's another thing about being on public assistance that a lot of people don't pay attention to. See, when you're on public assistance, you told them that anything about your life, they had the right to examine. Y'all remember the movie Claudine? Y'all don't remember the movie Claudine when Diana Carroll fell in love with James Earl Jones? She had a house full of children. Remember the social worker would pop up occasionally. Like, you got a man up in here? Remember she had to work off the books as a maid to still try to make ends meet? You remember the social worker said, yo, check this out. Do you got a man living with you? And caught the nigga in the motherfucking closet with an iron? The motherfucker bought a iron. That's one of my favorite movies right there, East New York. That's one of my favorite fucking movies. The motherfucker was hiding in a closet with an iron. So check this out. They said if you want this man up in here, he got to come down and give all his motherfucking income. Everything about him has to be included in this package deal if y'all want to be in love, right? What you think they gonna do to these kids and do to these people now? So check this out. So all the kids that say they don't get snatched up, you know where they're going, right? To the grandmothers and to the fucking street. To the grandmothers and to the street. See, that's another thing that I get upset about. When I spoke about this situation pertaining to EBT, this shit is real. I got a lot of family members that depend on EBT. I got a lot of cousins down here with big families. I got cousins with 5 and 6 children. And unfortunately, because of certain things that some of my cousins may have been through mentally, they can't get a job or they won't work a job. See, depression is real, real, real. So it's like this right here is, to me, is the beginning to the purge. The beginning to the purge. You know what I'm saying? So what people need to start doing is, yo, call your family members and friends and ask them, yo, check this out. You need some change? Like, I ain't gonna put no cash in your hand. I ain't gonna do that. Because, you know, we say some of our family members may use it to go get high or alcohol or drugs, whatever type of thing. Yo, check this out. Let me take you to the motherfucking store. Let me take you to the store and let me buy you some food for you and them babies. Fuck the fact that you're upset that she may be staying with a nigga that ain't doing nothing, or you may be upset that he's staying with a woman that ain't doing nothing. This should be a time where people start coming together because, yo, if y'all don't get it right now, this is real rap I'm giving you right now. If y'all don't get it right now, if they don't correct this problem, y'all, it's going to be a revolution in the street. It's going to be an uprising of shout out to all the people in Jamaica, you dig? Puerto Rico, Brazil, Cuba. But shout out to all my peoples in Jamaica. I got family in Jamaica, y'all. Like, all of a sudden, a tropic storm and a hurricane exceeds 5. Yo, something is wrong right now with that, y'all. It's so much shit going on around the world, we don't even know what to fucking pay attention to. They got us paying attention to East New York. Excuse me, they got us paying attention to EBT. They got us paying attention to EBT because that right there is going to create world hunger. That's just not North Carolina. That's just not New York. That's Baltimore. That's DC, et cetera, Houston, Philadelphia, PA. Wherever you at, that shit affects you if you're on EBT. Then they got this so-called tsunami that's fucking over the Caribbean countries right now. They don't know we don't know what the fuck to pay attention to. They got this 3-eye atlas thing that they said is coming towards the earth. They say this motherfucker stop when it want to, slow up when it want to, speed up when it want to. And then they just said they got actual close footage and pictures of what's going on with this object. But they told us, yo, check this out. We're not going to disclose the pictures to you yet. Then we got the government, the whole Pentagon telling us, yo, check this out. Everybody go on vacation for the next 5 days. What's really going on right now? Dog said, I hear some states plan on paying extra for November check. Check your state. People joking about that EBT shit. It's some people out here that's fucked up. There's people out here that don't. It's some people out here that don't know how to go to work. Yo, hoodies, I was just telling them about you earlier. Salute, big Brooklyn shit. Word up. There's some people out here that don't know how to go to work. There's some people out here that don't know how to wash their ass. There's some people out of here that their EBT snaps, their check every month goes to a person, a caretaker in their family, like a mother or a grandmother or a sister or a brother, because unfortunately, mentally, if they was to get their own care package every month from the government, they'd run through it. They would run through it. They would run through it. And shout out to Hoodies Up. Like I told y'all, he was on the platform yesterday with Ming and them. My opinion only, you know, that was a great conversation. That was a great conversation. From certain things pertaining to the subject of content, I give it to Ghostface, Keisha, and Hoodies Up. Ming, he sat back and rocked the crowd like he was supposed to. He let his pen. See, that's another thing about having a team around you or some great individuals. When you got people that can get up on a platform that can expose just as much knowledge as you. But I don't be wanting to hear all that motherfucking modern day bullshit. Tell me exactly what's going on. Dog said, I just bought a SIG Legion 9mm and a SCAR, play around and find out. He said, play around. And things is on deck. Excuse me. So instead of everybody panicking about what's going on with this EBT, instead of getting that extra eighth every month, instead of buying that extra ounce, call your brother or sister or your homeboy or your mom's or your cousin and be like, yo, you need something extra for them babies for Thanksgiving in December? Because this EBT thing, first of all, see, besides the crime, if a motherfucker can't feed himself and they coming in the street, he gonna rob. See, some people don't loot. This is the part people, hold on, let me say it one more time. Some people don't boost. Some people don't shoplift. Some people don't loot. Some people will put a gun on their waist and walk the streets, and for any reason, anybody or anything that they feel as though that they can rob, they are going to pull that gun on them and demand them to bring the money. And hopefully it is a successful robbery, not a homicide. Yo, E, I see you in the building. Salute. It's going to be all type of criminal things going on right now in the world if these food stamps and these assistance from the government don't hit us. Stop by, say, I see you in the building, Maybach. You know, drop that link, bro. He did a post yesterday on what I was talking about earlier with this hurricane, and it seems like it's hitting the tropical. All right, boom. Let me break this down to you. Oh, I forgot. Some people not. All right, boom. For the people that, all right, cool. For the people that may be watching, the people that sometimes they won't type because they feel as though they can't interact, but you can. AP, I see you in the building. You see what he said? He said it's ante up season. Do anybody know what that shit mean? MOP? Ante up, yap that fool. Ante up, kidnap that fool. This is cold-blooded facts. This is cold-blooded facts. But pay attention to what I'm saying. All these these Caribbean islands that are being affected by Hurricane Melissa, do you understand these as black people? Do you understand it? And it seems like everything pertaining to black people just gets destroyed with water. New Orleans with the levees, all the wild floods that's been going around down here in North Carolina. We got highways that's caving right in down to the ground. So for the people, we're gonna pray for the people that they EPT does arrive. We're gonna pray that the government, first of all, shout out to Hoodies Up. He said this. You mean to tell me y'all got a bunch of money to give us stimulus, but you don't got a bunch of money to give us something to eat? Now you got a bunch of money to give us cash because a lot of people are going to run through that money foolishly because a lot of people have never had $1,000 in their hand at one time. You can give us that. You can give everybody, every United States citizen that. But you can't give every United States citizen some type of beneficial card or beneficial coupon or emergency relief assistance coupon where they can walk into a store And you tell them, no, you can't buy no TVs. You can't buy no 60-inch, 70-inch TVs, stupid. You can't buy no fucking dumbass PlayStation 5 and you 50 years old, you fucking clown. You can't do that. No, you can't buy a bunch of fucking lobster tails, stupid. That never was your motherfucking dietary plan until we assisted you with food. No, we assisted you for the essentials of food. And then every now and then, of course, if you're gonna cook something like a baked chicken or baked turkey or a meatloaf, we give you the essentials to get that. Crime is gonna be at an all-time high. I don't know if any of y'all ever experienced the blackout. I was there for both of them. The one in the 70s and the one in the 90s, I was there for both of them. And I seen how it affected Brooklyn, New York. But let's get to some content. Remember I did a show last week. Let me show you some iconic pictures, though. I had to pick these pictures up and put these up for these people. You see, you got two sisters right here with the suede Tams on, good pair of straight leg jeans, some shoes, good shearlings. Then you got these sisters right here. All of them got on mean jackets. You dig what I'm saying? It was just a different era. Sometimes we got to think of those nostalgic times. That's a fact. But I don't know if y'all know about SHAHEED, the poster boy. SHAHEED, the poster boy, who was known to come from Harlem, was crazy on the mic. He was on 106 in Park when they was doing the battles for the week, and he became champion. And he also struck a deal. And he was also on one of the most popular talk shows back in the days, Queen Latifah. When Queen Latifah had her whole show, and he pulled up and he just dropped a freestyle that was epic. Well, he has passed away at the age of 41 years old. It has not been disclosed why he hasn't passed away yet, but from now, rest in peace to SHAHEED. He has passed away, one of the legends of hip hop. And when we get back into it, we're going to get in touch with this dude right here. Because all you sneaker buffs out there, look at this, KOOL KICKS, buy, sell, and trade. All you sneaker buffs out there. This dude right here, he got arrested for fraud. So all them sneakers that y'all been buying for $2,000 and $3,000 and $1,500, they was being made for $9. You all been wearing knockoffs.
Streets ain't never loved me. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah. The streets ain't never loved me, yeah.
Streets ain't never loved me since my brother died. My mother cried, tears in my eyes bleed red. Ain't no love inside. Streets left me dolly, my phone they left it holy. Dawn was in that passenger side when they tried to phone me.
Yeah, you know the streets ain't never love us.
Yeah. GD. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
I've been locked, I got charged for some shit I didn't do, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
Caught a case, went upstate, fuck the Jakes, nigga. Yeah, you know these streets ain't never loved me.
Laying up in the hospital bed in ICU. Hit that button like every 3 hours to get those blues, yeah. Laying in the test of pain, I know shit won't be the same. Sipping my stomach, shit don't stop a thing, I'm still a man, yeah. But who gon' be there when you doing time? Can't get no money, so they dropping down, these niggas bitter. And I hope they get the picture. I'm only getting bigger. The top cat out my litter, yeah. Tell you they love you, but they hate you on the low. They hold you back, how they expect for you to grow. I got locked up, ain't said me nothing, but I'm your nigga. My body numb, I got no feelings for you niggas. I'm from what niggas will shoot you right here in these hallways. If you got trust in that loyalty goes a long way. These size 11s, these pussies can't walk a mile in. They hit my cousin with life and he's still smiling. I've been shot, I was left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know these streets ain't never loved me.
I've been stabbed, I've been left with a zipper on my stomach, nigga. You know the streets ain't never loved me.
Yeah, this dude right here, the owner and founder of KOOL KICKS. Yeah, the owner and founder of KOOL KICKS. He had the iconic store in Harlem. Buy, sell, and trade. So this dude right here, if you had a pair of good Jordans, he would buy them. If you wanted a pair of exclusive Jordans, he could get them. If you wanted a pair of exclusive sneakers, I'm talking about sneakers that was not pulled up for the regular price. I'm talking about sneakers that went from the ranges of 20 to 30 to 40, even $100,000. Well, it just found out after a federal investigation, and they just grabbed this dude. All them sneakers that he was selling for all of them outrageous prices was made for $9 in China. All them shoes that you saw, people coming up there. Now, check this out. People were coming up selling shoes that were actually authentic shoes that they bought from other people. Now, check this out. That's when he was really capitalizing on the game. They said he had buyers from across seas in Dubai. Check this out. Buyers in Dubai, people in Britain, people in Russia, talking about cross seas that can never really get in contact with this type of material that was willing to spend up to $100,000 per sneaker plus shipping. Plus shipping. Plus shipping. Ron BX, I see you. That's a cold-blooded fact, East New York. Now, I know y'all got a friend or two that just love them sneakers. I know you got a friend or two. I know you might be a sneakerhead yourself, ladies. You know, might have a couple of sneakerheads up in here with my guys. If you pay attention on Instagram, every time you turn around, you have another retail wholesaler that's offering you the same exact, pay attention, the same exact detail of all these expensive stores, shoes that are sold in these stores, Jordans, you name it, LeBrons, you name it. But they always tell you, we can get it to you for a fraction of the price that you would pay at a retailer. That's when dudes like that came in. That's when them grimy niggas like that came in. You understand what I'm saying to you? They said at a fraction of the price. A fraction of the price. You dig? The Fed said they got something for him. They got something for him. So with the people that are into the sneakers, do me a favor, just all jokes aside, for the people that are into sneakers, go to these stores and get your sneakers authenticated. It may cost $5. It may cost $10. It may cost $20. But pay attention. If you're really into the sneaker game like a lot of people are, because you know the value goes on the years that are passed from certain launches and certain releases, because every release has a different insignia that's put into it that they say will be increased or decreased in the price. So just go find, you know what I'm saying, one of the legal spots. They're all over the place. Get your sneakers authenticated. You know what I'm saying? Get your sneakers authenticated. Back to what I was saying. Your boy right here, he's back in the game. He said, you seen a dude in LA that had 4.4 sneakers, 4.4 million of sneakers in his crib. He hit the freight trains out there and was selling them on the side. I seen when they ran up in his crib. We got this dude right here back in the game, y'all. Can anybody tell me what happened with him? Can anybody tell me what happened with Sexual Chocolate right here? That's his new name. I don't care what nobody says. Sexual Chocolate is Tyler Perry's new name because the Boondocks, they predicted a lot of things also, and they predicted Madea in the Boondocks, and they predicted Tyler Perry in the Boondocks. If you think I'm joking, you can go to Google and type in Boondocks predictions of Tyler Perry, of this man right here, and this is what comes up. That's on Sharon McLeod. If you go type in Boondocks appearance of Tyler Perry, this is what comes up. And ironically, the Boondocks also had an episode where a similar character in resemblance to Tyler Perry's character, Madea. This is fact, honey. Tyler Perry's character, Madea. Yo, hoodies. Why did they put this man in the Boondocks? Sexual Chocolate. That's him. That's his new name. Big Dice named him that. Sexual Chocolate. Because this right here is sexual chocolate. Now check this out. Let's get into this. Look at him. Ain't that a beautiful picture? Ain't that? Let me tell you something right now. Let me get this down right now. Let me tell you something right now. I don't trust no man. I don't trust no man. So if you one of them niggas in here, get out my chat. I don't trust no man that takes no pictures holding his hands. I don't trust no man that takes a picture posing like this. Or a picture posing like this. Or a picture posing like this. I don't trust no man that crotches his head to the side and shows off his dimples with his suede suit and his green scarf. Just eat salute. I don't trust no nigga that take pictures like this, my nigga. I don't trust no man that takes pictures holding his hands like that. This ain't no AI. These are pictures. Now check it out. In this picture, he has to show his what? His dimples and his red and black scarf. See, y'all not paying attention to them colors. You're not paying attention to them colors. Let's go back again. I'm going to walk with you again. You know I'm the king of breaking shit down. Let's go. He has his chin broke to the side and he's smiling. He looks like a grandmother. If he had a wig on right now, yeah, the Bishop Marvin Winans look like somebody's grandmother. He has on a gray shirt, a beige suede jacket, fire, with the green handkerchief. Check them colors. Let's check them colors again. Now check them out now. Blacks, gray, red and black. I don't trust no nigga. I don't trust no man that will sit and pose like that. But you know who will trust a nigga like that? Old all-neck Tyler Perry. That's that all-neck nigga Tyler Perry. Now check this out. After the big controversy that just went on with Sexual Delicious right here, when he made a mockery of a woman that came up to his pulpit to pay her tithes, he said he wanted everybody that came up to the pulpit to pay a tithe of $2,000. 1,000 twice was his exact words. She came up to the pulpit with $1,325. $1,325. And he made a mockery of it. He said, yo, check this out. I told you I need 2,000. And you have $1,325. She said, but hold up, Pastor. This is all that I can get. She said, well, you know what? He said, this is exactly what he said. Go look it up. He said, yo, you're not listening to what I said. I said, everybody got 1,000 on top of 1,000. But see, he didn't get that money back. Spaghetti sausage fingers didn't give his hand back. He didn't get that money back. She said, well, I'm gonna go ahead and make sure I'm gonna get that $700. And then the sad part about it is the congregation that supports this man and was behind him had the nerve to laugh at this woman. $1,300? But let me tell you what old Open Neck did. Open Neck said, yo, check this out. Open Neck said, yo, check this out. I'm giving him $100,000. He just gave $100,000 as a donation to Sexual Delicious right here. Mr. I think for myself, salute. He said, word up. He said, I see you in the building. He said, the Bible say that for He said, the Bible say the devil will send people that look just like you to destroy you. That's a cold-blooded fact. So Tyler Perry says, yo, check this out. I'm going to give him 100,000. He said, for all the people that was upset that he asked for $2,000. See, this is some real devil worship shit right here. So you mean to tell me you're going to come in a man's church with so many people that's praising this man and giving him money weekly, and you're going to supersede them and say, well, I'm going to give 100,000. So to me, that's like spiting somebody's face. Like, ain't nobody in here could give you 100 right now. Ain't nobody in here could give you 100 right now. He up there saying nobody in here can't give you no money like this. But you know why? He don't have no problem giving them no money like that. You know why he don't have no problem giving them no money like that? Because he takes pictures holding his hands together. Because he takes pictures holding his hands together. Because he takes pictures holding his hands together. And all of the allegations pertaining to Tyler Perry and his sexuality, allegedly, and all of the allegations pertaining to Mean Suede Jacket right here, and his allegations pertaining to bisexuality. They switched it from straight up homosexuality, allegedly, to now bisexuality. Ain't that something? Dog said his bozo's ex-wife just put $38 million into a HBCU, the largest single donation to any HB. That's crazy right there. $38 million. See, when you start getting into stuff like that, you got to go down that rabbit hole, and then you got to get into money laundering. You got to get into money laundering. Like, what they doing? Like, what they doing? The last conversation I want to have, and I dropped the link if y'all want to pull up for this one. Oh, and rest in peace to this brother right here from from Chicago. That's a fact, dog. So you're trisexual, because them on there try anything. Rest in peace. If I'm not mistaken, can anybody tell me this brother's name right here from Chicago that was just gunned down? I can't remember. It's THF or something like this. The brother, I can't remember his name, but unfortunately he just lost his life. And this is him with one of the big ox. The big ox in Chicago. This is one of the big Akis in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? And this is when they was at a ceremony, and he said, "I love you, Aki." He said, "And I will keep our plans on the peace going. May Allah place you high." I can't remember his name, but he got gunned down, unfortunately. The video's all on YouTube. He was affiliated with, I'm not sure what gang, but the brother was Muslim. And I thought about it because a young female rapper by the name of G-A-R-I-E. I think if he'd have been around more brothers like the Ak, you dig what I'm saying? He wouldn't have had a demise like that, you know, because the brotherhood of Muslims, like when they know of certain danger that may erupt, they're always going to surround you and protect you. I'm talking about real Muslim brothers. I'm not talking about people that be acting. I'm talking about somebody that knows that your life may be in danger. They're going to make sure you're going to get to and fro from where you need to be. This is just love. But the young lady by the name of Chicago rapper named G-A-R-I, I'm gonna put it in the chat. I'm gonna put it in the chat. Her name was G.I.R.E. That's his name. The Bozu, that's a fact. The Bezu, associate of Lil Durk, killed in Little Village shooting. That's a fact, East New York. That's his name. Shout out to him. THF Bezu. Peace to the brother. That's a fact. Thank you for that. Well, it was a young lady involved, allegedly, that allegedly now gave his location to the people that, I guess, no longer wanted him alive. And then the next morning, after this man was unalived, she was unalived. Whew. I'm gonna do a show on this when I get some more input on it. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna do a show on this when I get some more intel and everything on it, because it made me think about the old time saying no women, no kids. But unfortunately, even when I was coming up, you might hear of a female that unfortunately was unalived. You may hear of a mother that was unalived. You know what I'm saying? Due to certain things as allegations of snitching or allegations of trying to get a drug dealer or somebody in the neighborhood set up and things like that. So, damn, the next morning, Tanja, the next morning, they didn't even let the day break. That's on everything I love. Y'all can do. That's why I'm saying I'm gonna do a little more. You know me, Tanja. I like to get a little more into it. I like to bring the spaghetti to the plate. I like extra sauce. You dig what I'm saying? I like extra sauce in my spaghetti. You dig what I'm saying? Pause. If I have to say that, I don't know. And then, like Ron BX said, we got to talk about this because women was getting smoked back in the day if she did dirt. So when you hear, and I've heard about so many unfortunate females, just like the situation with young Dolph and the man that was accused of unaliving him. His daughter was unalived. You understand? So I want to put this together as a whole show, and we got to really get into what's going on, because like I know it's so crazy. But when it comes to certain things like setting somebody up for their life, look at the situation with Mo 3. Look at the situation with Mo 3, may he rest in peace. Shout out to my man Duke Farrow and them over there at the Mo 3 sector. Like, it's been so many allegations when it came to women, unfortunately, having to be the demise or the set trap with some individuals who unfortunately lost their life. So we're going to get into that too. The rules apply. That's a fact. That's when the rules only apply when they feel like it, when they felt like it. That's a fact. And the rules supposed to apply with everybody. Oh, I'm on that, Tanja. You already know that. I just wanted to make sure and thank East New York for that. THF Bezu. Like, I'm hearing more and more about this story. They were saying that I can't remember the gang that he was with, but he was actually with some of the brothers that was trying to, like, seriously just like eliminate like the gang violence that's going on in Chicago. And the sad part is I got family members that live in Chicago, and Chicago is such a beautiful place. Like, and they got a White Castles. That's on Utica Avenue. Yo, Chicago is such a beautiful place. Like, there's the South Side, there's the East Side, there's the North Side, and there's the West Side. But there are certain parts of Chicago that are beautiful. But because it's only, when you see the stories like the Shy Force with Tommy, et cetera, shows that's DMF, that's riveted on where Chicago is going to be gang violence. That's all people think is out there. But Chicago is a beautiful spot. Word up. That's a fact. That's a fact, Ron. She marked herself when she agreed to set them up. Bottom line. But then it'll be, unfortunately, some women that will say, but she was a woman. So why is a woman's life? See, I know the answer to why a woman's life is more important when it comes to everyday life of righteousness. Let's correct. Let's get this straight before anybody misconstrue this. I know the purpose of why a woman's life is supposed to be more important. But I'm talking about a woman that's involved in a criminal activity that's in voluntarily. City Bam, I see you. that's voluntarily involved with shit, trying to get people robbed. Because, you know, first time, you know, a lot of them would say, well, wait, he was just supposed to take his money. What you mean they was just supposed to take his money? See, that's the sad part, where a lot of people, unfortunately, they just have these outcomes of what's gonna happen without being. That goes up to me. Y'all always heard me say that I ain't no tough guy, but I ain't no sucker. And just because I aggressively go to somebody, that don't mean I'm gonna be the one to win. I'm not gonna be. Nah, it depends. Like a lot of niggas say, yo, I'll punch a nigga in the face, or I'll punch you in your face. Cool, all right, cool. I'm not saying that you won't punch me in my face. I'm not saying that. But see, a lot of niggas, when they say, yo, I'll punch that nigga in his face, that's just where the movie ends in their head. You dig? In their head, when they punch the person in the face, they're just gonna dwindle away or run away or wither. But what happened when you punch a nigga in the face that been punched in the face before and he ready to fight? See, it's always an extended version to the show. You dig what I'm saying? Even when it comes to the movies nowadays, you can see the regular version or you can see the director's cut. See, the director's cut is more gruesome, much more action. A lot of niggas don't put that director's cut in it. You dig what I'm saying? And then when I was coming up, the chicks in our neighborhood, we were hard on correcting them about foul shit. Nah, you ain't gonna be setting no niggas up. You ain't gonna be doing no goofy shit like that. You ain't gonna be on no whole shit. Niggas ain't gonna just be coming through here putting their hands on you. See, we had a different motherfucking unity when we was growing up. But then again, we had some females that been through some horrific things. And then, like Jay-Z said, once a good girl gone, she gone forever. And then she gets, see, let me tell you something about love. It's just like with anything. If you're not used to experiencing love, and then a young lady that's used to being sexually assaulted or treated poorly, neglected, not given a place to stay, don't know where her mother's at because she's on addiction. If she hasn't got love there, and then she gets in the street and bumps into a dude that's getting money, that's giving her the time, the attention, and the place to play, you know what I'm saying? You know, that's a different type of love. It could be wrong because she's fell in love with a drug dealer, but no, she fell in love with somebody that's a human being. When you displace a character of somebody, everybody that you come in contact is going to see a different side of you. It may be similar, but it's going to be a different side of you. It's fucked up when people look out and say, oh, he's a drug dealer. Well, what if he's a perfect gentleman that sells drugs? Why is he a drug dealer? Do he know where his mom's at? Is his pops locked up? Is his grandmother on public assistance? Is he hungry? Does he feel as though because he's the oldest and he has little brothers or sisters, and he feels as though that his obligation and responsibility to feed them by any means, so he says, if I can get money this way, I'm gonna get money this way. Not paying attention to the fact that it may cause you some incarceration, it may cause you death, it may cause you trauma for the rest of your life for certain things that you didn't have to go through, but you went through. It's always the reason why a person does something. That's a fact. Once a good girl is gone, she's gone forever. Now, speaking of Jay-Z, y'all, this is the last part I want to talk about. Jay-Z said, quote unquote, ain't no rapper can do it with him because nobody's on his level. He said, there's not a chance that anyone can stand on the stage with Jay-Z. Jay-Z said, when it comes to a versus battle, when it comes to a versus battle, no one, he repeats, no one can fuck with him. How y'all feel about that? My man Jake, I see you in the building. Salute. Big Brooklyn shit. Salute. We got Ron, now hold on. I'm gonna ask you a question before I get that answer. Before I get that answer from you, Ron. The God MC for the living MCs? Do you call him the God MC as far as of the living MCs, or do you consider him the God of MCs from deceased and still living? I'm with you on this one, dog, because I don't see him standing next to Nas' catalog. See, people fail to realize Nas' catalog is before Jay-Z's. Appreciate that. He said, nah, living MCs. Well, I beg to differ. The only one that I say right now, in my opinion, would be able to stand next to him is Nas. It's Nas. It's a cold-blooded fact. It's Nas. Nas been outside since Large Professor, live at the barbecue. He said when he was 12, he went to hell for snuffing Jesus. What up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. When the cops came, you should have slid to my crib. Yo, do y'all understand what the fuck do you understand what Nas was? He told Cormega, what up, kid? I know shit is rough doing your bid. When that's a letter he got, like a letter he on the phone with his man. When the cops came, you should have slid to my crib. Fuck it, black. It's no time for looking back. It's done. Plus, congratulations. I heard you got a son. That's not rap. That's not rap. Anthony, you know why Anthony would not have a chance? East New York, you're right. AZ, Anthony Cruz. If Anthony, you know why I say AZ would not have a chance? Because he's only going to get the support of the official niggas and the official women. Pay attention. He's only going to get the support of the official niggas and the official women. Everybody know who AZ is. Everybody know who he is. So we would support him. But when we're talking about a versus battle, this is worldwide. This is worldwide, y'all. I'm talking about worldwide recognition. You dig what I'm saying? Pay attention to that. That nigga, yo, son, that nigga said the bitches left me because they thought I was finished. I should have known she wasn't true. She came to me when her man caught a sentence. Yo, do you understand what the nigga said? Yo, listen to me. I am a Nas fanatic. Listen what I'm saying to you. You can't really throw a song at me. The nigga said the bitches left me because they thought I was finished. So he was saying that a lot of the women, when him and the situation was going on, with his mom's passing away, all the situations with him and Nas, he said a lot of the chicks that was paying him attention, they broke out. He said, but he should have known the chick wasn't really fucking with him anyway, because the only reason why the chick was giving him any type of play is because the nigga she really was in love with is her man. He said the bitches left me because they thought I was finished. I should have known she wasn't true. She came to me when her man caught the sentence. You crazy? Y'all will make me fucking go crazy when we talk about something like that, man. That's a fact. Ron said, yo, be the Nas fanatic. I'm rocking with Hov. I'm not going to front. And Hov got some very, very, very disrespectful joints in his catalog. I'm not going to take nothing from him. What more can I say? Nah, he got different shit that people didn't pay attention to. The Allure. Oh, my God. But when it comes to people that have been on songs with people and have not been outdone, Jay-Z has been outdone by so many people on his songs. He's been outdone by Eminem. Straight Up and Down Renegade bust his face open on that song. He was outdone when he went to Hot 97 and had the nerve to bring the whole state property up there to go rhyme for like about an hour and a half. He let too many people outshine. Beanie Siegel, every song he was on with Jay, he outdid him. That's a fact. East New York niggas was not listening to the song. It's the Lord he worked. Yo, son, I got a thing for these big body Benzes. When it come to Jay, let me tell you something. I fell in love with Jay with that street shit. That's the shit that made me go, oh shit. And then when he started coming through with a little bit of them, ain't no niggas get the one I got. Or the nigga what? Nigga who? Trust me, I can go in and out when it come to Jay. Seriously, all day. But I'm telling you, the extensive catalog of Nas is incredible. Jay does not have the song or the power. Let me tell you something. If Nas come out with the Uchi Wally team, Uchi Wally Wally, Uchi Bang Bang, if he come out with Face and Horse and them niggas, yo, listen to me. If he come out with his brother Jungle and, yo, he got an animal of squads that he can run with too. Cormega and them niggas is going to run with Nas. Intelligent Hoodlum, a.k.a. Tragedy, is going to run with Nas. Capone and Noriega is going to run with Nas. Little is going to run with Nas. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, brother? The whole Queens is going to run with Nas, man. Keen Streets is going to run with Nas. Anything that was following Stack Bundles is running with Nas. Any KRS-One, he's going to fucking around and be on Nas' side for this one, son. Because when it comes to a versus battle, I don't believe KRS-One would get defeated by Jay-Z. I don't think that Jay-Z, Ralph Corleone, salute. Ralph Colin, salute. I don't believe that Jay-Z could fuck with KRS-One, all jokes aside, when it comes to a lyrical versus battle. I don't give a fuck what nobody said. And Slick Rick, hold up. See, it's so many categories of hip hop. See, that's why Jay-Z and Nas is going to be on my top 5 dead or alive. That's cold-blooded facts. That's my cold-blooded facts. That's my cold-blooded facts. Top dead or alive, Jay-Z and Nas, because them dudes have the ability to do everything. They can do a party joint. They're the greatest storytellers ever. They can make the scene appear right in front of your eyes just by you closing your eyes listening to them talk. My man Do Dirty, he was in that video. He said, my man is the one that said, I got money, I want money like Cosby. He said, who wouldn't? It's them type of thoughts that make me think you ain't probably got no pudding. Come on, man. That nigga Jay was crazy. That nigga, but when it comes to Nas, I'm telling you, the dude is something different, man. See, that's what I'm saying. KRS and Jay don't match it. It's different. See, pay attention. That's why I said lyrically. See, Jay couldn't go in the motherfucking the time warp of KRS-One, but KRS-One could come into this time warp. That's why it's a very disrespectful individual. And when it comes to Nas, hold on, bro. Did you just listen to the King's Disease catalog? Hoodies Up said this earlier. The last album we got from Jay-Z was 444, classic. Classic. How many classics we got from Nas since then? That's a fact. Now, if Big was alive, you know I would give it to Big. And Big was my man, God bless the dead. But when it comes to lyricism, I give it to Nas. If Big was still alive, I'm telling you, he would have to give me something that's really incredibly, when I'm talking about, see, let me explain something to you. I don't want to hear the same raps that you was giving me in 88 and 89 when I was snatching chains and running around acting like a fool. I don't want to hear that. I want to hear evolvement. I'm seriously, I want to hear evolvement. I want to see that you're still in the game, you're still relevant, and you're doing something with this craft that you said you like called hip hop. But Jay-Z standing up against Nas, I know Big would destroy Jay. Think about this. Yo, son, Jay-Z got a catalog that I could never, ever go against. I'm not going to lie. But when I'm talking about something that'll make you go, holy smokes, Batman, I'm going with Nas. I'm going with Nas. I just got to go with Nas, man. And Big, my man, God bless the dead. Y'all know I went to school with Big, but let me explain something to you. When it comes to this lyricism shit, I'm not putting nobody over Nas. It's another dude, quote unquote, that his flow and his storytelling ability, to me, he's the closest thing ever to Nas. And that's a dude by the name of Ali Vegas. A lot of people don't even know who I'm talking about. It's a dude by the name of Ali Vegas. That's a fact. If Big, you know what, City Bama, I can't get mad at you for that. The only reason why I'm saying this is because the way I break down and I study this hip hop thing, you dig? Big was crazy. His flow, incredible. Him and Nas share the same great ability of telling stories about people that they was around. Like when he was talking about the nigga Seif. Y'all might know him as Seif. He was the one that got into the shootout, public events, got into the shootout at Hot 97 with Lil Kim and Capone and Noriega and them. He said, well, my nigga, don't you know my nigga Gutter fucking kidnap kids? Fuck them in their ass, toss them up. That's really a dude by the name of Seif from Franklin Avenue. They call him C Gutter, Big Crip. You understand what I'm saying to you? Just like Nas had a way of including a lot of the greats from Queensbridge. Yeah, that's the only, yo, let me tell you something. He said Ali Vegas was nice. He just sound like Nas. That's the only thing. That's the only person that I said I feel as though is somewhat close to Nas, but his storytelling ability is incredible. And how I got introduced to him was by my nigga Half, rest in peace. God bless the dead. A lot of people ain't hit a joint he got with Half on his album, man. I'm telling you, go cop that album. It's on all platinum stream, all music streams. It's called Million by Half a Mil. I'm telling you, this shit is incredible. It's an incredible piece of art. It was done in 2000, y'all. Pay attention. The songs was done in 2000. And right now, rest in peace to my nigga Half, the greatest from Albany Projects that ever did it. Yo, listen to me. His music today is more impactful because a lot of people are now starting to get knowledge itself of certain things. If you notice, it's like, and I be thinking about this when people be talking about things when they be talking about being Muslim and taking my shahada and all. I be telling people, there's so many people that's coming together right now of a consciousness. It seems like a Muslim community growing. Shaitan is always going to be Shaitan. You dig what I'm saying? But overall, it's a bunch of good people out here. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to oversee everything. And they said today was supposed to be a special day. Today is November the 29th. Remember all these people with these conspiracy theories about this 3-1 AI that's supposed to be on the way to this earth, this the size of 12 miles, and 12 miles is equivalent damn near to Manhattan, y'all. This certain object is supposed to be filled with so many, first they said it was beings, then they said they don't want to talk about it, and then the latest pictures, they said that they don't want to disclose. It's crazy. Pay on point. Look at the skies. You dig what I'm saying? Look at the skies. And don't forget, man, go check your sneakers, man. Go check your sneakers, man. If you got anything from this spot right here called KOOL KICKS, man. If you got anything from KOOL KICKS online, man, it's a big investigation going on because the dude done fucked up. Y'all wearing a bunch of knockoffs. Can you dig it? Peace.
Another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me? It's knowledge, wisdom, understanding. Man, woman, and children. Sun, moon, and stars. Everything exists, has to coexist within. Like I said, another day alive, another day free. Why would I wake up trying to be somebody other than me?